Hello and glad to see you. Today, I'd like to talk about 5 tips to keep in mind when growing an audience, growing your audience, when you're building, you know, when you're building uh, your business, you have to have an audience, especially when you're online. So it's very important to know a few things and have a few tips and things that you are like, okay, I'm not going to go across that. That's not what I'm about. This is the way I want to do this. So this, yes, this is on my list of things that I need to do. And and I'm just going to give you 5 tips that I've seen when I was out there building old school, and things that, just didn't sit well with me and caused me a lot of upset and frustration. And I just found a different way, a better way for me to be able to build. And doing that online was great, and still is. Of course, everybody wasn't online when I started. It was one of those things where people were like, "Oh no, I'm not going online. I like doing it this way." So now things are a little different. Everybody's online, and there are a lot of people that may not know, etiquette of being online, may not understand the need for being consistent, the need for, being who they are, and so on and so on. So I'm going to go on and talk about this, but let me first of all introduce myself. My name is Cherie Woodard, and excuse me, I help business builders and entrepreneurs to be able to come online, use the power of social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. And I do this in a variety of ways. I use attraction marketing, video marketing, lead generation, branding, as well as using updated, modernized, and trending strategies and tips. And that has worked for me ever since I started this. I started off with a free training series, and I have not really looked back since. I like building this way. I like being online. I like, treating people as they should be treated. I like lifting people up and so on. So, that is what I do. That is how I started. And I would like to offer the free training series. It's going to be online, and not as the free training series will come to you in an email. But that's, boy, I'm getting this all mixed up. Sorry, I'm having one of those days, but that's okay. So basically, I want to offer you the free training series, and I'll put information on the video that will allow you to take advantage of it. So that's it for that part. So yeah, having one of those days, having a really rough day. But that's okay, because we're all human. And rather than not go live, I would still rather come and share the information that I have, and hope and be excited about that. Some of the tips that I give might actually help someone and brighten their day because of something that they didn't know and now they know, and they can use that to help them as they continue to learn to grow. So, okay, so I'm going to go on and let me go on and get started. So, number one is remember that everyone is not your prospect. Everyone is not for you. Everyone is not the person that's going to be open to you, to be likable, find likability in you, or align with you. So you want those people that are going to be able to do that. And you speak about, the issues, the people that you have decided. Let me see, am I heading to number two? Because I'll end up, and I need to just keep my eye on my notes, especially when I'm a little off. So okay, so everyone is not for you. Number two, it's so outdated to be pushy, salesy, pushing stuff in people's faces online. If you're still trying to do it offline, either way, it's not a good way to do it. It's not. People don't like to be pushed. People don't like to be sold to, but people like to buy. People like to know the benefits of certain things that are actually, that they're actually having issues with, but it's not something that's being pushed at them and shoved down their throat, and they're like running to get away from that person, because even if it was something that might help them, they're not interested because they don't know that person. They built no know, like, and trust with that person. um, Also, the other thing that I've seen and still continue to see, not as much, so that's a good thing, but I still see it a little bit too much, is the lavish lifestyle. The beautiful cars, and the case full of trophies, or the model like wife who is leaning in this great car that supposedly everybody wants. That's not, if that's not you, then that's not you. And why put that out there? It's important to be who you are. It's important to show, what you have as far as you as an individual. What value is it that you have? What is it that you're going to put out there? What is it that, like for me, I want people to know that I'm honest. I want people to know that I really care. I want people to know that I have in my mind who it is that I want to help. And I've always had that ever since I started into this business and found a way out and found a better way for me, a better, different way. So for me, that was really important. And to be able to show that to someone else, and I can talk in my lives and let people know and make people aware of certain things, give value, and I like to try to over deliver value, because to me that's important. And it helps me to show people who I am, and especially doing live video. Live video, there's nothing hiding. There's no bot. There's this behind me is a backdrop. I had a really awesome living room, sitting room scene or something like that. I have one of those that I like to put up every now and then. But then when I take some of those, when I go to another channel or whatever, then it disappears and all I have is a green screen. So then I put up my library books. And so for me, this is a backdrop. It's a background. I'm not trying to put on airs. I just want you to know that I'm a real person, and that I'm a real person who cares. And I've been through the fire myself, and that's one of the things that I want you to know as well. It's tough going through the fire, but when you go through it, you learn. And when you go through it, you can learn things that you can then, you know, incorporate into you and your toolbox, and use that to help other people to be able to add that maybe to their toolbox if they're interested. If they're open, if they are, struggling in the same type of way that you were struggling, if they were going through the same type of pains and upsets and frustrations that you were going through. So then next I have what's in it for them. What's in it for them is really, really important, because we want to be able to talk to those people out there that we want to help. And when we talk about what's in it for them, how this is going to, we recognize their pain, we recognize their upsets and frustrations, but then it's not good enough to just do that. You have to be able to help people to be able to find solutions, to provide solutions, to point people in the direction of solutions, things that are truly going to help them to be able to move forward and get going with their life and find, maybe similar to what I found. They may not want to join me, and that's okay, because that's not why I do this. I do this because I want to help people to find their way and to be able to build their business in a way that they want to build their business. And we're also different. We're all human beings, but we're also different. And we have certain things that we really like and turn us on, or, whatever, make us happy, make us smile, and we all have those things that make us, kind of down in the mouth. We're kind of like, having a low day or whatever. We're all human, so that's okay. But to be able to help somebody by pointing them in the direction of a solution, that is really major, and it's really important to be able to do. Let me see. Let me make sure where I am now. So basically more of what I was already saying. The fifth one was in reaching out to people as I do on my lives, as I do in my posts, in my ads, as I do in my stories, in the stories feature, and the stories that I tell. Those are all just different parts of my journey, different parts of my life. And I like to be able to share that with people, because a lot of times, like I felt like I was alone. I felt like, nobody else is going through this but me, because people keep saying, oh, this is so easy. This is so easy. Well, it's not easy. It's hard work. And if you don't mind working hard, if you don't mind, building something that's going to last, that has longevity, if you don't mind knowing that some days are going to be good and some days are going to be bad, and that, but that doesn't mean that you have to quit. That means, you do the best that you can with the things that are non-negotiable, the things that are the most important, and you keep that going. And that, when people see that and they see you still showing up, they see you still being consistent, then that gives them something to look at. They're like, well, you know what? That person, I really like what they're saying, and they always show up. There may be a few minutes late, or they may come on and say, I'm not going to be able to go live at my normal time tomorrow, and so I'll be going a little later, or I'll be going a little earlier, or whatever. Like tomorrow is Friday. I may be going a little earlier than I planned. I haven't quite figured that out yet, because I have a family member who is very sick, and I'm going to help. And so I have to figure out when I can get the things done that I need to get done, my non-negotiables, and make sure of how I'm going to schedule them around. And I'm working on that today. And but I will be on tomorrow. I just may be a little later or a little earlier. And then I have a 3-day class, so it's going to include Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, but I still need to be a part of helping take care of my family, who is really going through some stuff right now, some sickness. So I hope the information that I shared helped. I hope that it gives you something when you're looking at building your audience, growing your audience, some things that it might take, some things that you don't want to do, some things that you do want to do. So I hope that that this was something that was valuable for you and helpful. And basically, when this video is downloaded, I will have the information on the video for the free training series, and it's just a few minutes of your day, for like a few days, and then you get to look at and see what it's like to actually be able to um, have people reaching out to you instead of bugging family and friends and chasing people, mall sharking. That was just so funny when I first heard that. So I keep it right now. Of course, you know how sometimes I get some of you people, some of you out there that know me, that I do sometimes. I'll go for a word and it's like it was like on my tongue and it slips off and I don't even remember what the word was. But mall sharking has been staying pretty good. So anyway, remember, whenever you have any questions, comments, your opinion, whatever that is, you can always drop that in the chat, whether you're here with me live or whether you are catching this on the replay. I will still answer you, and even if I can't do it right away, I will still get to it and answer you, because I think that's very important. It's, us having a two-way conversation, just not exactly at the same time. So that's okay, because we're online. I'm using doing a video, a live video, and I'm up during the day. So a lot of times people can't quite get to the computer up during the day because they're already doing something on the computer, or they're helping their kids with homeschooling, or depending on where you live and what's going on with with where you live. So basically that is it. So I'm going to just let me slow down. So I'm going to do some I almost said kitchen. I'm going to do some housekeeping things really quick. So remember to keep your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. Remember that we're still walking through the stuff that we've been walking through now for some time. And do what you can to keep you, your family, your friends, and others safe. I choose to follow the CDC guidelines. That's how I started out, and so far that's how I'm sticking. And remember, there are people out there that are isolated, that a phone call, a text message, an email, or even inviting them to come onto a Zoom might really brighten their day, might really lift their spirits. And for us who pray, please continue to lift us and our world as we continue through this stuff. We will make it on the other side. We will make it through, and things may be different, but that's okay. We're used to different. We're used to adapting, and we will do this as well. We will adapt to whatever it comes out to be. So basically, wherever you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, sleepy time, always make it the best that you can make it. Always be the best that you can be. God bless you. God keep you. And I will see you again tomorrow. And like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be early on time or if I'm going to be late, because once I get my family member and see how we're going to take care of them, then and how we're going to divide it up, then I'll be able to have a better time frame. So that's why I say keep your notifications on, because I could go earlier tomorrow or I could go late, but you can always catch it on the replay. You don't always have to be here live. You can always catch it on the replay and pick up whatever gold nuggets I put out there, which I hope I put enough out there that give you value. So basically that is it. I'm going to go on and get off here because, those of you that know me know that I will continue to keep talking and going off on tangents. So I'm going to go on and get off. Take care. Have a great day. And let's keep it moving. Take care. Bye.